Hi there lovely sewing friends, my name is Anita and this is my sewing channel, The Sewing Yogi. Welcome back if you're a subscriber and you've been here before, and welcome if you've never been here before. So today I'm going to chat to you about the things I made in May. We are going through a bit of a heat wave right now in the UK, and where I am in the West Midlands, it is, let's just say, temperatures are extremely high, and so they have put out some warnings for people to be careful because of the potential to get heat stroke. So I am trying to get this done in the morning, even though it is still already really hot. So I've got my little mini fan, but I'm trying not to put it on because it makes a noise and that might be quite irritating for some of you. But I'm going to try and get through this the best way I can. So Frugal Challenge was what was happening in May, and that's what I basically made throughout the whole of May. I got 2 garments made, but I also got another thing made which wasn't free, the pattern wasn't free, but I thought it would go well with the skirt. So I'm wearing one of the items that I made, and I think I obviously discussed with you what I was thinking of potentially making in my last vlog, the fabrics that I'd chosen. So this was one of the fabrics I showed you, and then the pattern I've used is the DIY Kaftan by the Stitch Sisters. It's been done before lots and lots of times. I think quite a few people chose this pattern as well to make for the challenge, and there's some really lovely versions actually that I've seen. But I really loved making this. It was such a joy to make. Really simple, much more simple than I thought it was going to be. And yeah, it's really simple to put together, really simple. So I chose this viscose fabric that I had. I will put pictures in of me wearing this. The pictures I took for the So Frugal garments, we'd been out the night before, and full disclosure, I had the worst hangover ever. I don't know what happened. My husband David and I went out, and we only went for a meal. I don't quite know what happened. We just managed to consume rather a lot of wine. I don't know what went on there, but yeah, I was feeling extremely ill. So these pictures, I managed to get them took, but you know, they were, let's just say I was feeling quite queasy. So they're probably not the best pictures I've ever taken, but I'll put those in anyway. And yeah, I will try and stand up so you can see a little bit of this. The tie, you can choose to omit if you don't want it really and have this very loose. You'll see that it's quite oversized. I'm trying to think of the word then. Oversized, so you could just literally have that as it is without the ties, and you can have the option of making the ties separately. So if you wanted to cinch it in, you could. But I made it with the ties so that I can close it, and you can close it at the front or you can close it at the back, so you can wrap it around the front and then close it at the back if you prefer, and have your sort of tie at the back. Or you can do it the way I had it before, which is just going around the back and then folding it around the front. Okay, so stand back a little bit and then you can see how lovely this dress is and how lovely and oversized it is. You've got loads of room underneath the old arms, just get a bit of breeze through there. So I'll just get on my steps so you can see the side slit. So it has got a bit of a side slit there, and you can have that as long or short as you want it, so you don't have to have it that short. I did try it so it was a bit sort of less split, but it didn't really look that great, if you know what I mean. So I thought, oh, go for it, just make it a little bit shorter, and it's fine. So yeah, I really love this. I really loved the fact that I got it made for my holiday. If I made another one, I think I would choose to have the tie separate, so you've got the option of just wearing it like this if you wanted, like today. It would be perfect just to have without the ties, and you could then feel a little bit cooler. Yes, so it's beautiful. It's perfect for this kind of weather, to be honest. I took it with me on holiday to Spain. I did wear it, and actually I felt like I fitted in. Everyone seemed to be wearing them. Everybody had kaftans on. I just felt like, oh, it's Kaftan City here. I was like, I just felt right at home in Spain with this on. So yeah, really, really lovely pattern. So simple to make. The steps in it are brilliant. I love the bias binding neck. Was so simple to do. Like I say, everything on it was really simple. I couldn't, you know, I can't recommend it enough really. For a simple pattern that you can make that's perfect for your shape, your size, etc., your height, just brilliant. I'm really hooked on this DIY pattern malarkey. Okay, so now I can see with my glasses. I can just get the vibe. My hair's doing its own thing today, so apologies. It's going a little bit fly away and these side bits keep flapping out because it's so humid. But the measurements for this dress, I chose the size 10. I made the smallest size that I could for the neck, so I drew out the smallest for the back neck and then the smallest for the front neck, and then the amount that you take it down for the front V, and you can change that so you don't have to have it as deep. You can make it much higher if you prefer. So I chose smaller sizes, and then I changed the length of the dress. I think it's recommended about 56 inches, but I did mine at 52. I could have made it slightly longer. I think in the next one I will make, I'll just get it a little bit longer for me. I prefer it like ankle length. And then my side vent, I think I took it from the floor up to about 21 inches off the floor, or off the bottom of the dress. Again, you can have that any length you want. And then yeah, the side belts, I lifted them up slightly so they sit a little bit higher on me because I'm smaller. I just felt they sitted, you know, the higher they are, the better, I think. It just makes it more flattering. And that's pretty much it really. It does say in the tutorial that you're cutting the rectangles out straight from the fabric, but I felt a little bit nervous about that, so I did actually cut out pattern pieces. They are just rectangles, but I preferred to do it that way for me. So I cut the rectangles out first in paper and then put them on top of the fabric and then cut them out. I didn't cut out the necklines, however. I did that straight off the fabric, so you're just measuring a couple of inches across from the centerfold and then a certain amount down, and then you kind of create your neckline. So the front is just a straight marking down, and for the back neckline you're just creating a little curve, which is really easy to do. I found that fine. And then you've got rectangles for your sleeves, two rectangles for the front, one rectangle for your back, and then your waist ties. So yeah, all in all, I think it took about about 3.5 meters, 3 meters of fabric. Because I'm sure I had about 4 meters of this. I had some of this fabric left over, which I will show you what I made out of that in a minute when I get the other garment on that I made, which was the Tessuti skirt. Again, DIY. I just went with DIY completely because I am hooked on it now. So I'll go and get myself in the other ones and try not to get too hot and sweaty as I do so. So this is the top that I've created from the fabric that I had left from the kaftan pattern. This was not a free pattern, but it's still a really, really lovely pattern, and it wasn't very expensive. I think it was maybe £2 or £3 because I bought it while it was on offer. But I think it's called the Sienna top. But I really like the fact that it's just a little cropped top. It's very simple to make. It's a bias bound neckline and arm size. So it's really simple, looks nice when it's finished, and it's like a little crop length. So it just sits kind of just above the skirt, if that makes sense. So you can see the waist of the skirt and it looks quite flattering. It has got a bust dart in it, which I think I might move. I've also made the size 10, which I think I might go out slightly just because it's a little bit tight around the back here. It's not really tight, but I felt that if it's meant for summer, I'd want it a little bit looser, so I might go up a size. I don't particularly like the way that the pattern gets you to put the bias binding in. I don't really like the way it's done, so I do my own way essentially. That's pretty much it. That's the pattern. So I will put the description a bit below anyway. It's very simple, but I thought I can make quite a few of these to go with all the skirts that I've got that are high-waisted or similar to this one. I've got quite a few of them now because I do just prefer long skirts in the summer. But yeah, I'll stand back so you can see the skirt as well. So the skirt is the Tessuti pattern that I said I was going to make, and it was the DIY pattern that they have on their website. You can download the instructions for free. They do give you a PDF for the pocket, but essentially it's a pocket piece. So if you've got a pocket piece for another pattern that you've used, you could use that particular pocket pattern. But yeah, they give you that, and then the instructions of how to make it. So it was perfect. It is black, but it goes with absolutely everything, and that's what I wanted. I wanted it to go with lots of different tops, and you can go with nice and patterned and flowery and colourful to the top, and then the bottom is just neutral, which I thought was perfect. So I'll stand back and let you see it. Okay, so there's the top. That's where it sits. So it's a nice length. It's not too cropped for me. I don't want it to be too cropped where there's skin showing. So I mean, I could have made it slightly shorter, but obviously I'm aware that once you're lifting your arms, you're going to have a bit of skin showing. And then I'll show you the skirt of the Swiss dot, that lovely black Swiss dot, which, I mean, this is just so comfortable. I can't tell you, it's so lovely. It's an absolute joy to make, really simple. You've got 3 lines of elastic on the top, which you'll see in the pictures when I put the pictures in. That's just 3 channels that you're creating with that. They have different size groups which you can choose. So I think I went with the size 6 to 10, and yeah, they give you a sort of an average length of how to cut it, which I think I made mine slightly shorter, not a huge amount, because I like it to sit just above my ankle. And as I said, the pocket detail here is so lovely. I really like the way that it was made. It's finished really nicely. So it kind of, you have like a little bit of a sort of a stitch line, which gives you a definite pocket sort of, I can't think of the words, but it just looks really nice anyway. So I really love the way those pockets were done. I'm going to use that version, or that way of doing them, in future, because I just thought it really neat, and I loved the way it was finished. So yeah, really lovely. And so you can see you can't really see the length, but it's just above my ankle, so it's quite long. I like it, that length, just suits me perfectly. So yeah, really simple to make. Again, it's just a giant rectangle essentially, and folding over to make the waistband. They give you the measurements for all of that, so it's really simple. You have 1 length of elastic for the top, which is going to be your waist measurement, and then the second length of elastic is slightly larger because you've got that natural curve of your body, and then the third one will be much larger again. Just makes it really comfortable. But yeah, that was it essentially. Really simple, really simple. Loved making this. And I'm going to make more because I feel that it's perfect for this time of the year, especially with the heat that we're having. And this Swiss dot was really nice. I did say in the previous vlog that it is quite sheer, but once you've got all those gathers, you can't see through it at all. It's totally fine. So yeah, that's pretty much it. That's all I got made for May. As I say, I will probably get some more of these made because I really like them. I've got loads of scrap fabric. It only takes, I'd say, maybe a metre of fabric. It's not very much at all. I didn't use much at all. And to get the bias binding, I've used the technique, which is you're cutting out essentially a square of fabric. Sam from Frugalisima has got a brilliant tutorial on her vlog, her page for that vlog of how to make your bias binding from just a square of fabric. It makes it way more efficient if you haven't got very much fabric. instead of having to cut those bias strips, which always feels like it's a little bit wasteful for me. And so I didn't have very much of this left, but I managed to get it out. And so, yeah, about 1 metre of fabric, I would say, probably not even that. And then I've got the daisy dress from Tammy Handmade. I was waiting to see if there are any other versions that were going to come out that I thought, am I going to purchase this or not? Because it has got shearing on it. And you know what I'm like with shearing. I'm not amazing. I'm terrified of it. But you know what? I'm going to go with it. I'm going to try it. I'm going to give it a shot. What's the worst that can happen? I'm going to give it a go. I did see some lovely versions on Instagram. One of the versions I saw was Karen's from So Little Time. Absolutely beautiful, loved it. She looked great in it, so I thought I'm gonna buy it. I always have a look at Karen's versions. Whenever I see anything that's come out and Karen's made it, I'm like, well, I'll wait to see what Karen does first. And I loved it, thought it was brilliant, so I purchased that. So you may be seeing me next time either traumatised from shearing, or I might be, wow, this is really easy. Which I'm hoping is going to be the latter. I'm hoping I'm going to be fine with it. I'm sure it's probably not that bad. I really don't know what it is about it. Also, I wanted to mention the dress that I was actually wearing in my previous vlog for the So Frugal challenge was this dress here, and it's the tea dress or the Nona dress by Sew magazine, and I forgot completely to mention it. I did have a lovely lady message to ask what that dress was. So I did put the description below in the last vlog, but I just forgot to mention it as I was speaking. So that dress there is absolutely lovely, really nice pattern. I did have to do a few changes to the neckline and the shoulders because I found it to be quite wide for me, but I tend to have to do that adjustment for most things anyway, because I've got quite a small chest area here across the top of the chest. But apart from that, I mean, I think I changed some things which were, I think the lining you were only doing for the bodice, but I actually lined my sleeves as well as the skirt itself. So those little kind of ruffle sleeves, they tend to sort of blow up, and I don't really like the fact that you can see kind of like the sort of the inside of the fabric, if that makes sense. So I lined it to make it just be a little bit prettier. But that was really simple to do. And apart from that, I think that's it. There's nothing else to mention. I really hope that you've enjoyed seeing what I've made. If you want to ask any questions about anything I've made, or you just want to, you know, have a little chat, I'm always happy for a chat. But yeah, thank you so much. And if you're not a subscriber, please do subscribe. It is completely free. It just means that you get notifications for my vlogs when they come out. So thanks everyone. Have an amazing day. Enjoy whatever you're getting up to, and see you soon. Thanks everyone. Sending loads of love. Bye.